fascinating information about tsunamis have only just started to gain popularity. However, they have existed and have caused harm for decades. Hello and welcome to Z. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. One of the most hazardous things is a tsunami. Ocean-related catastrophes can have profound repercussions, such as washing the city clean. Years are needed to rehabilitate and restore humanity's culture. Here are some straightforward tsunami stories. Learn more about this destruction-causing catastrophe. The definition of a tsunami. Japanese: a harbor wave, often known as a tsunami, a sequence of waves in a body of water through the removal of a substantial amount of water, typically in a vast lake or ocean. Earthquakes, undersea volcanic eruptions, and other explosions such as explosions, landslides, glaciers, and cavings. Collisions from meteorites and other disturbances both above and below the water have the capacity to cause a tsunami. Unlike ocean waves that are typically produced by the wind or tides, which gravitational forces produce influence of the moon and sun, a tsunami is produced when the water that has been moved by a major event. Normal waves do not resemble tsunami waves. Sea waves, or the submarine currents, they have a much longer wavelength. Instead of resembling a breaking wave, instead, a tsunami may initially resemble an increasing tide. Due of this, it is frequently called such as a tide, even if this usage is not one that, because it is well acknowledged and could provide the impression of the connection between tides and tsunamis. Typically, a series of events called a tsunami of waves, the periods of which range from hours to minutes. Boarding a wave train and arriving tens of meters high ceilings can be produced by significant events. Even though tsunamis' effects are restricted to coastal regions, they sometimes have a lot of devastating power, also having an impact on entire ocean basins. The 2004 tsunami in the Indian Ocean was one among human history's deadliest natural disasters. History, with a death toll at least 230,000 missing in 14 neighboring nations. Ocean of India. Thucydides, an early Greek historian, in his history from the 5th century BC, the tsunamis of the Peloponnesian War were connected to earthquakes on submarines. However, knowledge about tsunamis till the 20th century is thin. Although there are still many unknowns, the principal areas of ongoing study are figuring out what causes some major earthquakes don't produce, but other, smaller ones do not. Tsunamis. This ongoing study is intended to aid in the correct forecasting of tsunamis throughout oceans and how tsunami waves behave. Get to know the shorelines. What occurs when it lands at the low point beneath the tsunami's trough, the peak of the wave. Often, when it does, it reaches shore first. It creates a sucky vacuum effect. Seaward movement of coastal waters exposes harbor, also ocean floors. This seawater receding is a crucial tsunami warning indication due to the massive waves. Crust's average amount of water hitting the shore several minutes later. Knowing about this occurrence can help lives. Some tsunamis don't show up on the coast as enormous waves breaking, but instead resemble a rapidly advancing tide. Floods coastal regions. Facts about the tsunami that are intriguing. 1. A volcano or an undersea earthquake. Most often, a landslide or eruption. Tsunami. Second fact, only a small number of people on occasion. A huge wave causes a tsunami. An oceanic meteor. Third fact, tsunami waves can be larger than 100 feet. Fourth fact, 80% of there are tsunamis in the Pacific Ocean. Circle of fire. The term tsunami is fact number 5. Unique to Japan, which, when translated, is a harbor wave. Su equals nami plus harbor, similar to a wave reflecting Japan history of frequent tsunamis. Sixth fact, tsunamis occur frequently. Called deadly wave. Seventh fact, the initial wave of the strongest tsunami is typically not one. Progressively larger and more powerful waves. Number 8 fact, tsunamis have a high potential for erosion. Removing sand from beaches that may have accumulated over time, eroding trees, and other types of coastal flora, it has the capacity to flood or inundate. Few hundred meters inland beyond the usual claim about excessive water levels. The ninth, the swift water connected with the engulfing tsunami might destroy homes and other buildings in the seaside region. Tsunamis can rise to a maximum vertical height. Height above sea level at the beach, frequently referred to as a run-up height of tens of meters. The tsunami that occurred is fact number 10. The 26th of at 0.758 local time, Christmas 2004, it is known that 0:58 GMT in the Indian Ocean being the strongest earthquake that has thus far taken place. The tsunami in the Indian Ocean is fact number 11. 2004 had a 9.0 magnitude epicenter. Magnitude factual massive blast on a Richter scale. The 12th, the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami killed 14 people. Countries from Africa to Thailand, killing around 250,000 people. 13. Please, number of victims of the 2004 oceanic tsunami in India had promise and more over 500,000 extra. Infectious deaths. Illnesses totaled 150,000 to 5 million. Individuals lost their houses or water and food availability, as well as 1.5 million. Injuries. Lost or dispersed families. 1 million individuals were left helpless to support a living. 14th fact, the majority of people, someone perished in the Indian Ocean in 2004. Women and children were victims of the tsunami. Children made up almost a third of the fatalities. The 15th fact, the tsunami that occurred in the Indian Ocean, it was projected that in December 2004 there 23,000 atomic bombs worth of energy. 16th fact about the Indian Ocean, 26th of December tsunami, the Jason satellite altimeter in 2004. I just so happened to be there at the appropriate time. Right moment, since some satellites only cross once a month to a specific location, so spotting a tsunami depends on luck because they move so swiftly. 17th fact, tsunamis are the most typical in Japan, and recently they have been expanding across numerous additional nations. 18th fact, the size of a tsunami can be up to 100 kilometers long, considering the lengths of an ongoing. A tsunami can occur 1 mile away. Our fact 19. According to scientists, about 1700 there was a 9-magnitude tsunami in the northwest is the Pacific Ocean, and significant floods and damage in Japan. Tsunamis can travel as far as fact number 20. Quick as 5 without being seen. 000 kilometers per hour, and can travel across the ocean in less over a day. Some tsunamis don't show up on the coast as enormous waves breaking, but instead resemble a rapidly advancing tide. Floods coastal regions. The most effective response to any tsunami is early notice that enables individuals to seek higher terrain. A warning system for tsunamis in the Pacific Coalition with 26 countries and a base in Hawaii keeps up a network of seismic apparatus and water level indicators that can detect tsunamis at sea. Similar systems are suggested to safeguard coastlines everywhere. I appreciate you continuing to view engaging videos. Please remember to sign up for our channel.